I'm back, and this is video 67 in my Amazing Cultivation Simulator Vanilla Run series. And in the last video, I pretty much prepared my Demigod Disciples to have high compatibility with the Sub-Spirit sets that I plan to equip on my other Disciples. Because if they are not highly compatible with the items, then the cost will be doubled in terms of how many Sub-Spirits it costs to create the gear. And I'm also just waiting for this disciple to get all of the bonuses that they can get from the Great Snowland, which should be available to them because I have the mod enabled, which fixes the bug that makes it so that you don't get those bonuses. So I'm pretty much just letting that go by, and yeah, we're just going to keep going and waiting for this guy to adventure. And then besides that, this one is also crafting artifacts for the Sub-Spirit set. Looks like this guy got a Sub-Spirit, and I only have the option to search for a location, so I'm just going to do gather belief, just because more belief is only beneficial. Oh, it's becoming summer, so that's why the heat is drastically increasing. So it looks like this wheat is, the growth of this wheat is just going to be on halt. So I'm not too concerned about with this big wheat, this small wheat patch anymore. So I'm just going to focus on making sure that this is below 20 degrees so that I can grow this spirit root more importantly and increase the fertility of these guys. Besides that, what is this? These are some snakes that have visited my sect. So let's soul chant these guys. Then I see two other red dots over here, so I'm going to soul chant these two. Everyone gets soul chanted. Oh wow, is this disciple really sleeping outside? I did not notice that. That's complete neglect. I apologize. That was Neil UU. Wow. They have been struggling for a while, especially in the summer. So I'm just watching this and watching this pretty much. Okay, we got yet another 100 quality artifact. I like to see that. And we got the Fortuitous encounter on Snowfield again. So let's imitate the strange beast. Oh, we didn't get it. So let me just double check what that event is supposed to look like. So I need to get the option to absorb cold. There are two types of secret. Both requires negative 80 degrees cold tolerance. Okay, we have that. So 1 in 15, and if perception is less than that number, so it seems like perception, they probably had a value that was rolled that was higher than 10, because this guy has 10 perception. So I'll just try this a few more times, and then if not, if that doesn't work, then I'll just move forward. So these corpses are decomposing and hopefully increasing the soil quality. This started off at 1.6, so I know that it can go up to 2.1, and then this started at 2.0, so it should be able to go to 2.5, and same with this one. And then this one should also be able to go to 2.5 too. Let's try this again. Nope. And yet another artifact was made. 100 quality again, so we're getting there. We're making some pretty good artifacts. I don't know why I was making artifacts that was less than 100 quality last time, but it was annoying. Oh, and besides that, I do have my array configured to have 4 cushions, but right now the Ultra Essence is actually in the way of that setup. So I actually can only use 3 cushions, which is still pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and build these extra cushions right here. And these are the locations in which my cultivators can gain sympathies from the spirit roots. Wow, I didn't even see those get built. That was so quick. So I'm just going to assign this to my tiger. And then, is there any other disciple that I kind of care about? Not really, but I guess this one is pretty cool. They should be practicing. Oh, they don't have any stamina. Yeah, these demigods, they run through stamina. So let's see. There's Spirit Dew that I can have. Yeah, I'll have this guy eat 10 Spirit Dew because they desperately need it. And then this guy has a full stack of stamina. Is there a pig demon meat that I can use to... Hopefully that didn't expire. Okay, it decays in 34 days, so that's something else that I want to eat between my demigods. But I do want to save some for my body cultivator, so I'll just have them both eat like 2. Or I'll just have them all eat like 5 each, I guess, or like 6 each. Whatever. Apparently 11 is missing even though I have 21. I don't know, I don't care. So now this guy is getting all of the bonuses from the spirit roots. And this one should be as well as soon as I put them on practice. So as you can see, these cushion spots are really good for my spirit roots. Let's see, I think I'm going to do absorb chi because I got profound inspiration last time, which increased my fly speed bonus. Yeah, I want to do absorb chi. Nice. So I got 2% base chi from that, which is the one that I wanted. So there's another bonus, which is artifact power and barrier power too. So I think I will go for those also. But let's see, where's my stat set now? Their base chi was 20. I forget what it was, honestly. But now it's 22.7. Their max chi is 1945. They got some chi from that. I'll take it. But yeah, these guys are getting epiphanies from all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means all of my spirit roots are growing properly. And then this one is being blessed at negative rate because it's a wood one, and the sympathy that is getting is from this metal cultivator. So this guy is actually hurting my spirit root and making it go towards being cursed. Let's see, is there any way that I can try to... Yeah, all I can do pretty much is wait for this season to end. And then the weather is not good also. This cultivator is so powerful. Let's see, this one is also losing points. That's interesting. So metal cultivators kind of ruin spirit roots. Go over there. You're bothering my spirit roots. Huh, if it's not the metal one, then who is it? No, it can't be the demigod. Yeah, I'm assuming that these values just didn't update. Let's try to move this demigod over and see what happens. Yep, I do not know. I'll just leave it like that. It's okay though, because I don't need these all to be blessed right now. I just need them to be growing because I'm pretty much done cultivating. And I just need them to just be blessed overall. Oh, nice. Well, never mind. They've decreased their mental state. These random animals, man. I want to get like some cultivator invaders. What happened to those? Oh, and it looks like the corpse is decomposed. So this is at 2.4. This is at 2.2. This is also at 2.4, and this is at 2.0. So this one can take one more corpse. This one could take one more corpse. This one could take 2 more corpses, and then this one could take 1 more. So I'm almost done with maximizing the fertility on my guys. But I also forgot about this one too. The Ultra Essence. This one doesn't have its fertility max. This is at 2.0. And I don't really want to remove this Flood Dragon scale, but I guess I could remove it temporarily, but I don't know. I'm too lazy to deal with that right now, and it's not really that serious because this gameplay I'm really just using it to practice, so I don't really need to do like a super min-max thing, but I'm just, you know, trying to get better so that these skills translate over to the next gameplay that I do. I have so many illuminated items. Illuminated rubbish. These are all free Primeval Soul Gems. I do want to do this rubbish because it has a low health. So if an invader comes over here and kills it because it will recognize it as one of my disciples, then I will lose that Primeval Soul Gem. How many Primeval Soul Gems do I have? I have 15. Wow, that's more than enough. Okay, so Lady Cloud already got the chi bonus, which is really what I wanted. So I'm just going to bring her back and then have her start to cultivate to either become a demigod, maybe. But I also want to just, you know, show you guys how I reduced attainment on my Nimbus Disciples as well. Looks like yet another artifact was made. 172 artifact power is okay. And let's just cancel out this rain. Slightly increased population. And then I did want to show you guys how to automatically incubate these legacy artifacts. So if you want to be able to automatically activate these legacy artifacts, then you can just use Heavenshrouding Enchant, which I believe I put on this disciple. Let's see. Yeah, right here. So this right here costs a Primeval Soul Gem. So if you use Heavenshrouding Enchant on a legacy artifact, usually to activate them, you have to meet the requirements. So right here it says generate a tier 1 golden core of water element while carrying this item. And then these right here, like Sword of Mizar or a Serious Spike, this says feed the artifact 18 times with your essence. And then this one says absorb Grand Chariot Starlight continuously for 7 days and things like that. But if you have the Primeval Soul Gems and you have a Primeval Spirit Disciple, then you can use Heavenshrouding Enchant, which is a tier 1 manual, so any disciple can learn that, even though when you go into the law menu, it tells you that Heavenshrouding Enchant is a tier 2 manual and the Minor Artifact Law. So let's see, where is it? Yeah, so it's right here. As you can see, if you look all the way at the bottom of my screen, you can see tier 2 Heavenshrouding Enchant. It says that it is a tier 2 manual, but it's not. I'm able to learn. I learned this manual on this disciple, who is a Primordial Symbols disciple. So it's not an exclusive manual. So it just kind of tricks you. Anyways, once I use Heavenshrouding Enchant, the incubation requirements are finished, and that cost me a Primeval Soul Gem. And then I can just move forward and then have one of these disciples equip it. So just to show pretty much how that works, I can have my tiger, or I don't know, I'll just do my one. I'm pretty sure they don't have an artifact equipped. I don't really care about this because I got this for free, but let me do this event really quick. I would love to decrease other population. So once you have the legacy artifact equipped, you can right click it to activate it for that disciple, and then once you activate it for that disciple, you can only use the legacy artifact on that disciple, and only they can equip it. So it's pretty interesting. So let's see what this do, because I have no clue about this. One of the vast banners, it uses the Bone of Phoenix as a pole, drawing with Nullifying Essence on a tough demon beast high as a flag, and then utilize the power of tier 1 golden core water element to make itself complete. So basically it just does double damage to enemies of the earth element. So now that I activated that, it became the artifact, and as you can see, it's a legacy artifact, but most legacy artifacts are pretty bad, and you can see that this one is pretty bad because the chi capacity is so high. It has 1400 chi capacity and 103 artifact power, but it does 100% damage to earth enemies, so that's more like 200 artifact power if you multiply that 100%. So I mean, it's pretty bad, but they do have some pretty interesting effects. And then, you know, now this guy has a legacy artifact, and their chi capacity is 29,000, their recovery is 5,000, which is pretty bad ratio, but it's okay. Anyways, now that Lady Cloud is back, let's begin to practice on her. I do want to get her to demigod, but I don't want to get her demigod just yet because I want to be able to collect inspiration from agencies as I may need it. But I will get her to the bottleneck. Or actually, maybe I shouldn't do that, because if you get the cultivator to the bottleneck, then they can get this obsession, which is called anxious. So remain at a breakthrough state without performing a breakthrough. I don't want to get that actually, so I'll just put them on mind. What's their base mental state at? Ooh, -7. That's because I have these talismans on, so let's remove these talismans since they didn't really give me that big of a adventure fly speed boost anyways. So I'll just equip these talismans for their mental state, and then besides that, I do want to also further increase mental state, so I'm thinking of continuing to increase this guy's attainment so that I can have my disciples benefit from even more mental state bonus. Because right now they're at a, let's see, I can't even tell you how many stacks they were because they're not in the branch area anymore. 57 stacks, so they increased mental state by 57. And plus this guy needs to get more Orthodox attainment just to be able to get more unorthodox attainment. Yeah, so the amount of Orthodox attainment that they can get is based on the amount of Orthodox attainment that they have. So we go to the inspiration menu. As you can see, I have 108 unorthodox out of 144. That's because I have 574 Orthodox attainment. So I just kind of want to get everything that I can for this guy. And I'll go to Supreme Law only, just so that I can see the Orthodox manuals only, and then I guess just start to learn things as I see them. Chi absorption efficiency, I want to start like pretty high. Mental state, artifact, fly. Ability to craft Eureka pills, that might be super useful. Yeah, so maybe I should get my artifact craft or my crafter to demigod state so that I can craft Eureka pills instead of having to farm in them, because I'm really at that point. Base mental state by 20. This one allows me to fit the mood of any disciple and gives me a sub spirit, even though this guy already has maximum sub spirits. Reconstruction is pretty good. I don't want the soul splitting. Functional identifying is useful. This decreases battle. Different talismans. This is kind of useful. Chaos Void. This gives some type of damage. It's a attack all enemy spell. This can be used to illuminate an item. I definitely do not use the illuminated items though, so that won't even matter. Lifespan. Increase the artifact power. There's nothing wrong with that. They can't adventure, so that's useless. Alchemy success rate. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make this guy into like some type of alchemist. just because my current alchemist guy is not a demigod, and it might be more simple. No, because this one has the alchemy natal talismans. So all of this time I should have been getting this guy to demigod stage so that they could produce more Eureka pills. So let's just go and do that over again. I questioned myself and then I stopped. This doesn't work, but I would just get this just to add attainment for my branch leader, but you definitely should not get that for any other disciple that's not a Nimbus disciple. I actually don't want too many miracles because that's just going to clutter up my setup. Compatibility, that's kind of useless because they already are a demigod, but whatever. Heavenshrouding Talisman, Chaos Void. No, not this manual. This one increases artifact power. I'll take that. Movement speed, I don't really need that. Sharp Sword Talisman. Adventure Fly Speed, we don't need that. Alchemy Success Rate, whatever, it doesn't hurt. Astrological Foresight, maybe I can try to see how that works too. But again, I'm just learning these to get some more points. That should have added like 100 attainment, so that should get me to like 61 stacks. Okay, so Lady Cloud is at the point where she's just chilling. So I'm just gonna wait until this guy learns these manuals to see how many stacks I'm gonna get. So I'm already at 662. So this is gonna give me way more than the 100 attainment. We're at 700. How many stacks are we at? Who is over here? I can't even see the stacks because there's so many other buffs. I tried to change this. Okay, yeah, so we're at 61 stacks right now. So that's a bonus 61 mental state. So pretty much if you could, I'm thinking you could probably get a 100 mental state bonus just from the branch area. But I mean, you really only need 95. But let me see, how much attainment would that cost? 95 times 25. 2,375 attainment. Yeah, that's not ideal. Oh wait, they get extra. They have 30 points just from the other bonuses that they get, right? So it really should be 65. So 1,625, and right now we have a bonus of 28, and they're at 61, so they get what, 33 additional. So yeah, if I wanted to get the remaining 34 to make it so that all of my disciples have a additional 95 mental state while in the branch area, I would need to get 850 more attainment, which I mean, I don't really see that being possible because these things are already costing like 9 million inspiration just to get some attainment. So I don't really know, but yeah, I mean, they do have infinite attainment, so I don't know. I was thinking about that later. Alright, now that we're 24 minutes in and I pretty much have nothing else that I really want to do, I'll show you guys how I set up my Nimbus disciples. So when I set up my Nimbus disciples, the first thing I want to do is reduce their attainment. So let me go to the Nimbus breakthrough or the Nimbus page so that you guys can see how they pretty much work. So Nimbus Disciples, they have a fire golden core and a water golden core, which are the Yang and the Yin Attainment. And when you learn different manuals, you get different attainment for each side. So as you can see right here, I have two different sets of attainment. I have Yang Attainment and Yin Attainment, right? So fire elemental manuals will only increase your Yang Attainment by 2, and it doesn't increase your Yin Attainment. Wood will also only increase your Yang. So if you're going pure Yang, then you want to only get the fire and the wood ones. And then earth elementals and non-elemental things will increase your Yin and Yang attainment equally. So these just work like normal manuals do on other cultivators, right? And then metal elemental manuals will increase your Yin attainment by 1, and then water will double your Yin attainment. So if you learn a water manual that increases your attainment by 3, then you will get actually 6 Yin attainment. So those are the ones that you kind of want to avoid. And then the skill levels that you get, they work the same as earth elemental things, and then they give +1 per attainment cost. So why does this matter? This matters because Nimbus Disciples, they get different bonuses at different states. So as you can see right here, this is the main goal. This is pure Yang. Pure Yang right here will increase your artifact mastery cap by 47 levels. So you will get 47 levels of artifact mastery if you are in pure Yang. So the goal is to pretty much reduce your Yin attainment to be less than 0 and have Yang attainment so that you're at 100%, because if you have like 20 Yang attainment and you have -10 Yin attainment, then technically you have 100% Yang attainment. And then Supreme Yang will increase your artifact mastery cap by 7, but it will also increase your base artifact power by 100%. It's an okay boost, but it's not as good as pure Yang. And then if you're in greater Yang, which is, and Supreme Yang is like, you just have 10% Yin. So for example, if I had 10 Yin attainment, then I would be at Supreme Yang because I have 106 Yang attainment. And then greater Yang is just like a lackluster bonus that reduces your protect by 15 levels, so you don't really want to be in this stage. However, the fact that this stage will reduce your protect by 15 levels mean that your protect will go into the negatives, so you can actually match your protect by going into this stage, and you can use that stage to match your protect to it will go from -15 to 5, right? So you can level up your protect 20 times and use like a minimal amount of attainment cost for that, because the attainment that it costs is dependent on your protect level. So this is a trick that I use. I'll go to greater Yang just to increase my protect, and then I'll go back to pure Yang. So that's just a trick that I was able to figure out. And then besides that, lesser Yang, this will give you some other like a mist bonus. So you just have like 50% Yin, 50% Yang. So this will just give you like 50 mental state and then 10 protect. And then if you're neutral and you're Yin and Yang, then you get a 20 protect level. So neutral is pretty much what I would use if I tried my best to reduce all of my attainment and it just didn't work, and I just couldn't figure out what other items that I can use to reduce my attainment. So yeah, I would just go neutral instead and just settle for the +20 protect, which is still pretty good defensively, but we all like offense. And then besides that, lesser Yin, this is pretty much the same exact thing as the Yang side. However, this is for spell bonus. So you want to make a disciple that's good for spell, then you can increase your spell to 49, and then this also increases their base spell power. This reduces their protect. This increases their mental state and protect. So all of these are pretty much the same, but just different sides of the token based on if you want to get fire and wood manuals, or if you want to get water and metal manuals, and then just use the other attainment. But I will be trying to get as many metal and water manuals that I deem to be useful by first reducing my attainment. So basically you want to keep your, if you're going pure Yang or pure Yin, you want to keep the other one under 0, and if they're under 0, then you can still learn those manuals that are useful from the other side, right? And obviously I have a lot of work to do. And the way Nimbus Disciples work is that when you reduce their attainment, right, it actually splits the attainment reduction and shares it between the two. So for example, if I reduce my attainment by 40, then that will actually reduce my Yang Attainment by 20 and my Yin Attainment by 20. So right now I'm working with 96 Yin Attainment, which sadly means that I need to reduce my total attainment by 200 just before I could even think about learning any Yin manuals. So when I am using a Nimbus Disciple, there are a couple of items that I need to collect to reduce attainment, and I can show you guys which items those are. So you go into the Attainment Wiki, then you pretty much need to use this to figure out all of the things that you can use to reduce attainment. So right here there's a nice page called Methods of Decreasing, and you can decrease your attainment by getting the Shroud Tunic or the Robes of Flow, which will reduce your attainment by 16, so it will reduce each one by 8. If you have the Spring Festival Minion clothes, and then you can also use Spirit Seed, which will reduce it by 25, so this will reduce them both by 12. And then you can use the Heavenshrouding Talisman, which reduces your attainment by 42, so that will reduce both of them by 21, and so on and so on. And then there's Spirit Relics, but Spirit Relics are useless because Spirit Relics need to be inside a room, so you don't want to use that. And then other ways to decrease it are you can do Attainment Tribulations to reduce the attainment, so hopefully I can get some of those done. And then you can also do, if you were Jade Purity, you can get Meticulous Revisions at different levels, but because we're not Jade Purity, we just have to get the level 1 Meticulous Revisions, which reduces it by 10, so that's 5 on each side. And then in Law of Nimbus Conquest, there's that Chi Flow Chant, which you need Pure Yang of Positivity and Supreme Yin Flow, and this is a tier 2 manual that reduces attainment by 49, so that's going to be really useful. And then besides that, you can also refine some origins, and I will need to collect some origin nuns from Mount 100 insects to reduce my attainment by a maximum of 108. And if I'm really trying hard, then I'll need to save scum the origins to get the maximum attainment reduction from them. So let's just go into the origin page so I can show you guys what that looks like. So origins can reduce your attainment by a random number between 10 and 29, a maximum of 7 times. So I just kind of continue to save scum my origins until I get like somewhere above like 25 reduction per origin. And then they also have resistances, so that's just going to result in a total of 108 attainment reduction. So I would say like even anything that's like even like 90% 90 total attainment reduction from the origins would be nice, but again I just save scum them until I get like 25 at least for each. And then also to use origins you need to have at least 300 attainment or you will get some type of injury. So they should have at least 300 base attainment. So base attainment is just basically like the attainment that you have accumulated over time, not like your net attainment. And then besides that, we can use Primeval Flesh to reduce attainment. So this reduces attainment by -2. So if you have them at tier 12, then you can reduce your attainment by around 34 if you have like an infinite amount. But this is calculating in the medical resistances, so I would say like you could probably count on reducing it by 30 with the flesh, but getting the flesh is just not easy, and this is like a really late game thing that's locked by boss, so I wouldn't really count on that. And by the way, I would get the Spirit Seed by trading Skydome Palace or stealing from Skydome Palace. And then the Imposite Fruit, this reduces attainment by 64, which is really good. And this one will reduce both of them by 32. And you can get this from stealing from Cullen, or you can just get a Heaven's Breath and then refine that with the Cursed Spirit Root to get an Imposite Fruit. And then Divine Bones, that reduces attainment by 25 each for a maximum of 100. And they have 25 medical resistances. You can get Divine Bones by knocking down some immortal bodies. So like if I destroy my immortal body that I have over here, then I would get some Divine Bones. Not the Flood Dragon Skull, this right here. So if I was to demolish this, then I would get some Divine Bones. But I don't like doing that, so I just like to steal my Divine Bones from Severance Slaughtering Sword because they do have some Divine Bones. And they have a good amount. So typically when I want to make an early Nimbus, then I'll steal them from them, but it looks like I can also buy them from them. So again, I'll need the origin and the Divine Bones, so I think I will end up conquering 7 Slaughtering Sword, and I will conquer Mount 100 Insects in order to have enough to do that. And then last but not least, you have the Fortune Do, which will reduce your attainment by 81. So the Fortune Do will leave your cultivator unconscious for 81 days actually. So if you want to do this, what you need to do is have your cultivator enter a different area and then eat the Fortune Do, so that they can camp and enter the area and allow that time to those 81 days to pass. And then once they wake up, you can leave the camp and enter area and then come back to the sect like nothing happened, and those 81 days will have bypassed without you losing a single day in your gameplay, and you'll get that attainment reduction by 81. But I will mention that a Fortune Do is insanely hard to find, and I actually have never even used a Fortune Do for reducing attainment. So I have never used a Fortune Do or Primeval Flesh for reducing attainment, but all these other items I pretty much know how to get, and that's pretty much what I count on for my Nimbus Disciple. So that's pretty much how you reduce attainment for your Nimbus Disciple. So let me start by firstly collecting the items that I know I can get and preparing that. So I do have a Spirit Seed already, and I pretty much just need to conquer these two sects to get the Divine Bones and to get the Origin Force None, because I'm too lazy to steal from them, especially when I can just conquer them. So let me just double check my cultivator's artifact power. I think I will continue to use this poop artifact, and then I want to make sure that my formation is pretty much ready to battle. So let's see, this guy has 6 artifacts equipped, and let's remove this poop and then equip one of these other artifacts that I just created based on which one has good artifact power. So we're at 612,000, and everything has over 200 artifact power, which is great. So now I also want to make my disciple into beast form and turn on Origin Force, so we can be ready for war. So now it says 612 still, but it increased this for sure because the tiger has a power-based Origin Force. So I'm going to also remove the dice and remove this to make more room for items that can heal my chi. Let's re-equip these. Oh, that hurt. So now I'm at 836,000 artifact power. Now it's time to get my other guys ready for this. Why is there fire? Because I have these baddies doing chef work. And then my formation is consistent of pretty sure all of my disciples, so yeah, all the way up to Mao 7. So let's just make sure these guys are good too. So Mao 2, you don't need to have an artifact equipped. Heaven armor, water armor, dark armor, talisman. This is cool, just because they have the heaven armor, which increases their protect, but these are mainly spec for dragon. So they have a chi barrier of 656, and then if I go into beast form, I don't think I will get any good benefit from it. So let's just see what happens. They're at 7.68 barrier power, so if I go to beast form, oh, that increased their barrier power. Let's see, I got some invaders too. I'm busy doing something right now, guys. I'm planning my world domination. Don't know why you even try. Don't know why you even try. So that beast form increased their barrier power for sure for Mao 2. Then let's see what happens if I use Origin Force. Will that increase their barrier power? Because that's the only thing I'm worried about for these guys. No, it just increases their spell power because the intelligence based one, so I was going to turn that off. As you can see, the spell power went from 66,000 to 44,000. So I'll just put all of my disciples on beast form and worry about their equips. So Mao 2 can hold 2 items. This guy has a dice on. Mao 1 has a story item equipped, story talisman equipped, so let's turn that off. And then check their barrier power. They're at 7.7. Let's go on beast form. 8.64. They're having a mental breakdown, I'm sorry. And now let's see Mount 3. Put them on beast form. And then double check their equips. Yeah, they pretty much just don't need the dice, and they definitely don't need the snake demon scale. Beast form. Luckily I didn't take off any talismans on these guys. 8.9 barrier. Okay, so let's just do the beast farm first, since I know that that's something that I want to do, and then I'll check the equips to make things go by way more smoothly, because checking multiple things at once is just annoying. And then this guy needs to increase their mental state, so let me throw on like a weaker story talisman, like a tier 6 story talisman, so that they can start to accumulate mental state. This is going to bring their mental state to like 40, which will allow them to accumulate mental state at a faster rate. So now that that's done, let's also check out these guys' equips. Let me turn off this talisman so that they can benefit from that. So they're at 30 mental state. So this is when mental state starts to accumulate quickly. So they'll be able to get that back. 3, 4, Mount 5. Have a lot of useless items equipped. How did I go from useful to useless? Yeah, you're in beast form. Mount 6. You don't need any of these items either. And then Mount 7, you don't need any of these. And then these guys also definitely do not need to have artifacts equipped. So let's remove those as well. So now that that's done, I need to pretty much equip soul pros on these guys so that they can have a way to heal for when they do lose chi. What was that talisman? Okay, a little small boost. Wait, what? 70% illicit concoction yield. That's pretty good. So Mount 6 and Mount 1 are unstable, but they're pretty much at the point where they'll begin to get mental state quick enough to bounce back. So then besides that, I think I do want to push this guy to demigod, so I'll have this guy use meditation over here and go towards demigod. Alright, back to these formation auxiliaries. So looks like Mount 2 needs 2 soul pearls. How many soul pearls do I have? 55. Not these ones. Mile 1, how many soul pearls do you need? You can use 4. And I don't think I'm at the point where I can just like absolutely destroy all sects, so I do need to be like this careful. Then this guy can equip 3 soul pearls. Let's see how many came out for equip 3 as well. Mount 5, where are you at? 3 also. Oh, I just have a lot of soul pearls over here. Mount 6. Oh yeah, I remember because I was using those for the demigod tribulation. Yeah, you're at 4. And then lastly, Mount 7. You can have 4 as well. And I'm using the soul pearls to regenerate their chi by 500,000. Then this guy needs to have the secret Codex of Taiyi. My precious tiger. And then there are 571,000 inspiration. I wonder if there's any other things that I could learn on this guy, because I could get my spell. They already have a good spell power bonus, so I'm thinking, should I have them equip the spell power Subspirit gear? Maybe. No, because these talismans are spec for tribulations, and I just want them to have the regular talismans they have, because they don't have the, I don't have the sharp sword and the dark armor talisman ready for the tribulations. So yeah, we just got some nun artifacts, some earth artifacts, some damage increases, artifact level increases, or artifact mastery level. Then we have some soul pearls. $800,000 artifact power, and then let's just double check my formation. So this is my formation. If I go to configuration right here, I have all of these disciples involved, and it gives a 664% bonus. So then that will make my artifact, because I'm already at 100% bonus, right? So then you just add the bonus on top of the 100% bonus. So it would be 764. So it would be 7.64 multiplied by 836, which is about artifact power of 6.3 million while in the formation. So now that that's done, I can go forward and collect the Nimbus items that I want to have collected. So I want to dominate male 100 insects, and I want to dominate 7 slaughtering swords. So let's just send my army this way. And I should be good on invaders just because my tribulation farmer is extremely strong and they have really high spell power. So this guy has a spell damage bonus of like 90,000 if I switch them to beast farm. Well, right now it's at 50,000 because they don't have that talisman equipped, but let's see. Yeah, they just have a sharp sword talisman equipped right now. But let's see what their spell power is like. They do 164,000 damage, which is pretty good. So I'll just have them also equip some of these artifacts just as like good measure. But they are like extremely tanky, so they should have no issue defending the sect. Yeah, we're at 137,000 artifact power. So yeah, this is my second time that I'm planning to dominate 2 more sects, and right now I just have 1 sect dominated, and I feel bad about that, but I really need to get these items. So we're gonna add some more sects under my ranks. So I'm just waiting for all of these guys to adventure, and then obviously I'm gonna create a save scum just in case I mess up, and then work towards that. So let's do save. We're on day 360. Dominate SSS, which stands for 7 Slaughtering Sect. So basically, if you want to collect the divine bones, you can get, without being like super strong, you can get good reputation with 7 Slaughtering Sword or Mount Blackstone, and then you can buy them off of them for connection. But as you can see, like, it just costs a lot, right? So the only other method that you can use to do this is you can actually, let's see, I need to make sure I select the right disciples. You can actually go in there and then steal the divine bones from them, and then I have so many videos where I show you like how to steal from them. But basically, the elders and the 7 Slaughtering Sword, they take turns using the laser station, so it's kind of like a guard duty situation. I can show you guys what that looks like. So right here is their treasure room, and in this treasure room there's 6 divine bones, right? and then there's different elders. So eventually all these elders leave, and then it gets to a point where these elders are just using this leisure station right here, which is the talisman table. And then after they get done using the talisman table, they'll start to take turns and swap out in between that. And this hallway is very small, but if you have a good enough movement speed, then you can kind of pick up the bones and then leave before the next disciple gets to the talisman table. So I'm going to kind of show you guys what that looks like if I can just wait for a little bit longer. So I'm just waiting for these guys to leave. Their mental state, once their mental state goes down, they're going to start to do other things, which is kind of like similar to like how your cultivators work, where they would start to do like mind and all of that. Okay, so as you can see right now, there's no disciple at the talisman table. So now there's just one guy there, and then if I hit hide, then my disciple is hidden, right? And then this guy is in a closer range to my disciple, so now they see me, but they're leaving the talisman table, and now another disciple is actually coming to the talisman table. So what I do is kind of look around. So this guy is coming to this one, but this isn't even a disciple. So you have to kind of figure out which disciple is pathing towards the talisman table. So it's kind of hard to do, but like once you get the hang of it, it gets easier. So like you can even run the game a little bit to kind of get an idea, just to like see who's moving. So I just like look for any disciple that's moving around, and then so it's not this one. Is it this guy? No, but I promise, like, you can definitely see it. So around when this disciple gets to this point, the leaving disciple, is when I would pick up the divine bones. Then I would kind of look around. So as you can see, this is the disciple that's going to start to use the talisman table, and they have a movement speed of 3.9. So I would pick up all of these and then try to leave before this disciple get here. But like obviously this is a more compromised position because they're already here. But if it was one of these disciples right here that was swapping locations and they have like low movement speed, then they would get to that talisman table way longer, which would give you enough time to pick up these divine bones and then leave. And then obviously if you have a disciple with high movement speed, this guy only has 32 right now. If you have a guy with like, I don't know, like closer to like 100, I would say definitely like over 60, then you could just go in and out of that location. And I like to just like click around this tree and then like just zoom out of there before that disciple comes in or tries to notice me. So that's how I would take the divine bones early game. But right now I don't have to sneak around, I'm strong, so I'm just going to go forward and start this formation up and then start to kill these guys, and then I'll loot these divine bones, and then after I conquer them I can buy even more divine bones. So that's like one of the main important things that I would use for a Nimbus disciple to reduce their attainment is those divine bones, and that would be like one of the first things that I would get. So let's form this formation and begin this battle. So my formation is formed, and they're starting off by forming their own formation, which is way bigger than mine. Look at that bubble compared to mine. That's like night and day. Ooh, that's actually very intimidating. So I just want to do focus on both formations just so I can see what's happening. And then I want to attack the formation leader. And then if any nodes get exposed, then I'll attack the formation nodes. So you know the fight begins, and these guys are already struggling. So this guy, Ling Yao, is exposed, so I'll attack him because he is now exonerated from the formation, so he will start to take 1s damage. So once I kill him, it's going to be harder for them to keep up the formation. As you see, he just died instantly. And then this guy, Gen Lao, again is struggling in the formation, so I'll go back to attacking the formation pillar. And as you can see, some of my nodes are also exposed and some of my nodes are also exposed, but I don't have any formation points to change my formation, so I just have to sit with it. And then let's see, Yi Dong is exonerated from the formation now since they're exposed. So let me see if I can find them. Yin and Dong, sorry, not Yi Dong. So they're taking massive damage, and I believe they just died probably. Let's see, their name is Yin Dong. Oh, they didn't die, they're still in the formation, so I guess they just swapped locations. But that's pretty much how you want to do formation fights. You just want to keep whittling them down until, you know, someone's struggling, and take advantage of that. So this guy right here struggling, going to use Vitality Chant. And then some of my nodes are also struggling again because I'm not like overly powered. But it looks like these guys are starting to completely lose, so I don't even think I need to start to consume soul pearls, because their cup is almost empty. I'll do Spirit Shield to increase their power, and then just do a joint artifact. My guys should be good. I would be very surprised if we just died, like right here. Let's do another Vitality Chant. And as you can see, their formation is just collapsing. But our formation is, you know, struggling a little bit too, so may want to be more mindful about the other one. So yeah, this sect surrendered. I killed all of their disciples, and now I can disband my formation and start to collect loot by, you know, searching these disciples. But that honestly is a big task right now, so I don't really want to do that. But what I will do is just visit or just view all of these disciples to see what they have. In terms of their talismans, I can always get new talismans, but I do want some key items that they may have equipped. So let's see. I really just want the dragon feces, honestly, and the cat soul gem. And then I guess I will want some thin high clothing, because, or tough demon high clothing, because I had some trouble with that. Let's see. None of these guys have tough demon high clothing. I'm pretty sure that was regular demon high clothing. Oh, that's tough demon high clothing. I will be taking that. And you can only get tough demon high clothing from from high quality spirit beasts. So, and then besides that, I can pretty much just take anything from everyone. I don't know why all of the disciples are not showing up. Oh, this guy has Divine Jade. Oh, definitely want to take that. Blessed Pill. Where's that Divine Jade at? Where did it drop? Oh, it's right here. You know, just going shopping with their dead bodies. Let's try to go to target. Let's go to enemies. Yeah, maybe that's where I needed to be. I really need to look for a Fortune due, because that you can really only get it on if you like have one of these disciples get one, luckily, but it's just super hard to find a Fortune due, honestly. It has to be the merchant or something, and that's one of the items that I just never have been able to do. Anyways, moving forward, I have the sect dominated, so let's just collect these other items which I came for. So I want the Divine Bones. I definitely want these extra law manuals. I'm not going to take their sect wonder. I'm going to let them live. And then another thing that I usually steal if I am stealing is the Phoenix Wood too, because they usually have a big stack of Phoenix Wood. Then they have some blade pills, some farming pills. We want all of the goodies. Then these guys have some books, some manuals and stuff like that. Got some nice artifacts that you could sell if you're poor. Yeah, I really don't need anything. And the only other rare item that you would probably want is a prayer talisman, because you can't even get a prayer talisman unless you have a reincarnator. So if you find someone with a prayer talisman, then that's super useful too. And that's a gold wood. Yeah, I mean, all of these items are pretty good, but I just don't have the time or the energy to collect them right now. I came here for one thing and one thing only, and that was sect domination, and I got it. Oh, and that area also has a lot of artifacts that you can get. But because I dominated the sect, I can just go there and collect whatever I want at will. So yeah, now I'll have my sect come back. And of course I unlocked all of their buildings. since I dominated them, so that's also a nice thing. So all of my disciples are back. Oh, I still have some coming back. So then besides that, now I can trade them without requiring connection. I mean, these are still pretty expensive, so it's nice that I was able to just pick those ones up. And typically I do steal them, so I'm thinking maybe I'll just buy these other 8. Nah, I think I'll just wait because I do want to also have money to buy the Origin Force too. But usually I'm not this rich anyway, so I would like for my everything to look like how it would look if I was playing normally and not like in a day 331 game. So all of my disciples are back, so now I pretty much just need them to eat some treasure or some soul pearls so that I can fight the next sect. I have loads of crimson fruit, so I'll just feed them to all of my disciples. Oh, 3. I'm just wasting great items. Cause it's just so annoying that like when disciples come back from adventuring, they lose some chi. So you just always have to increase their chi again if they are disciples with high amounts of chi. Then mouse 6, mouse 7, and then my tiger. And then I was being lazy and I didn't nurture these plants again after they finished processing the spare roots that I fed them, so let me just nurture these plants again. I'm looking for ultra essence, and then this one likes to have prison lotus, which they do have, and then this one likes to have, oh, this one likes to have ultra essence. The fire one likes to have the wood one, so I actually messed up on that one. So the fire one likes to have the gnarled vine. And then this water one likes to have the sage fruit. Wow. Their mental state increased by 80 points. What's their mental state at now? 334 mental state. That's amazing. The spirit root stuff is fun. So now all my guys are at max chi, and all of my spirit roots are being nurtured. And as you can see, this one has 2.0 on the tile. This one has 2.4. I don't know why the water is not working. Maybe I needed to do it while it was soil, but it's whatever. All of my disciples are back. They all have full chi, so now it's time to dominate Mount 100 insects. So let's see, once I dominate them, I'll be able to buy all these items at will. I'll be able to get soul pearls at will, drugs and origins and all that other good stuff, as well as fire essence bars, without needing to have any favor with them or any rapport with them. So let's send my army over there and begin the second conquest. And I have no clue how strong Mount 100 insects is compared to 7 slaughtering sword, but I mean 7 slaughtering sword is really strong. So I would assume that Mount 100 insects would be worse. Let's see, mouse 7 is still working. I'll just ignore this. We're doing all of this for you Nimbus disciple, very spoiled. Okay. I believe all of my disciples are here. Oh, there should be 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So mouse 6 is still going. I think mouse 6 probably like went to sleep or something. And I saw 8 right here. It tells you how many you have selected. So now time for my 100 insets so I can get this origin forest. And sadly, Mount 100 Incense is also a sect that's really hard to steal from too. So let me just show you how I would do it without conquering them. So Mount 100 Incense has these origin forests that are of none element here. They have 5 of them in this treasure room. So if you want to steal from these, you definitely need a disciple with like closest to 100 movement speed. And what I do in this situation is that it's a very narrow space. So I just have my disciple like sit here in the middle, right? And then just pretty much just look at the getaway plan. So I don't even care how many elders are near me. I just kind of just focus on how many elders are like around this area. So pretty much if I can pick up the origin forest and then just, you know, get out of this area as quick as possible, and there's not a lot of people over here, then I'm pretty much good to go in terms of that. So I can kind of show you the type of opportunity that I would look for. So right here, there's some disciples over here, and then there's even an elder over here. So I wouldn't even go at this point. So let's just see. And my guy is a primordial spirit, so I have a lesser chance of getting detected, but they have a low movement speed, so I wouldn't even try it on this disciple. So like this would be something, yeah, okay, so this would be the perfect opportunity. So as you can see, there's a lot of elders nearby, but basically the way I think about it is I just need to get past this one guy, and then after that I'm just pretty clear. But I might end up even waiting for this guy to leave the exit area. Okay, so this is definitely perfect. So right here, even though I have the red eye because all of these elders are on top of me, if I just pick up one origin force and I leave, then I can just be super clear of this area, and I really just have to worry about this guy finding me. So that's pretty much how I would steal it there. And I have many videos showing me stealing from these places while preparing for a Nimbus disciple. So if you want to go back and look at those, then yeah. So let's do, and then that's exactly how I would steal from Mount Kunlun, and because they have the Impanze fruit. And then alternatively, I would steal a Heaven's Breath from Mystuc Unity Sect because they have Heaven's Breath that you can steal from, and you can use a cursed spirit root to make an Impanze fruit out of the Heaven's Breath. Anyways, it's battle time. So I'll show you guys those other sects too. So I formed the formation. Let's see what their formation looks like. Okay, it's pretty big. These guys have 16 million chi, nothing too crazy. So let me just start off by attacking the middle guy, which is the pillar. Oh, I'd say auxiliaries, but this is clearly the formation pillar, right? Yeah. So the pillar is Zhangzhen, which is right here. So again, same battle rules. Let me get a little bit closer too, just to make the fight better. So they have an exposed node. Let's bully this guy. Ooh, they are hurting. I didn't even create a save scum either. So let's just do Heavenly Panacea to kind of heal up my guy. And then this guy is no longer exposed, so let's attack Zhangzhen. Let's do a joint artifact with the Vitality Chant, Spirit Shield. Ooh, this guy is struggling. Come on, Mile 5. Yeah, this sect is definitely a problem. So I need to wait until I get 2 energy so I can swap out and fix my formation. So looks like Mile 7 is struggling because they are exposed, and then Mile 5 is also struggling because they are exposed. Luckily these guys have Soul Pro so they can heal up, and I'm just waiting for myself to get 2 energy points. But I mean, it looks like I'm starting to cycle them through. So let's do another Heavenly Panacea while I wait. And now I have 2 formation energy points. I'm going to change my formation really quick and then change it again. That's why you want to have 2, so that you can fix the formation by doing a double change without messing up the pillar situation. So now this guy is the new pillar, and these guys are pretty much starting to crumble. So I'll use Spirit Shield to increase everyone's protect. Let's throw on one of these spells. Oh, my 1 is almost dying. So I think they are targeting my 1 at this point. So my 1, you can eat a soul pearl. Then we'll just continue this battle. Oh, wow. Okay, Mao 3. Yeah, these guys are definitely better than 7 Slaughtering Sword. I think it's because they have a lot of Yaoguai, so they may have like overcap stats and stuff like that. But it looks like I'm gonna still win. Let's do Joint Artifact to end it. Oh, wow. Mao 3 and Mao 1. You guys are scaring me. Please stop. You're scaring me. It's so close to... I'm so close to defeating their formation though, so it's kind of annoying. No, not this one. I want to attack this guy, Mao Ming Song. Heavenly Panacea. I wish I could swap the formation again. Come on, Mao 3. You got this. Same with you, Mao 1. You just have a little bit more to go. Like, honestly. I feel like my guy is not even attacking these guys at this point. Alright, let's just do a Joint Artifact. Vitality Chant. Then I have one last Soul Pearl that I can use for Mao 3. Please don't let me down. There we go. That was close. So yeah, I dominated 100 insects. Let's see what we can do with that. Or what loot they have for us. Again, I'm really just looking for the tough demon hide. So I'll search this guy. Then besides the tough demon hide, I'm also looking for a fortune dew. Then search this guy. So these two guys over here. So let's just start off with that. Got tough demon hide here. Where'd the other one go? Okay, it's right here. And then we got some more tough demon hide. Chief Asnic pill won't hurt. I don't really care about anything else over here. Now let me just go through and check through everyone's stuff. I'll start by going to neutral characters. Also these are a lot of Yaoguai, so they should be dropping a lot of Tribulation Ash. And then besides that, every sect has a formation that you can take. And their formation is over here, but I'm going to leave their formation alone. So if I want to use the formation that they have, which is the Dragon Rider formation, then I can just like take it from there now because I conquered them. But again, you can also steal it from them, and it's pretty easy. You just have to start here and then just run straight down for simple turns. But yeah, you just really need good movement speed. Okay, we got some Bear Gal. Zhao Shan, you have some tough demon hide clothes. I do like that. Then this guy has a dragon feces, which is something that I like as well. And then this one, I thought that was a Primordial Soul Gem. I was almost happy. But there's nothing else in these guys set. So let's go to enemies now. So I can check all the mortals to see if one magically has a fortune dew, because that's really what I'm hoping for. A fishing rod. Dragon feces. Hopefully I remember to pick that up. Cat soul gem just gives a sub spirit. So yeah, I mean, these sects are now dominated. Can I just kill this guy? No, I can't. And they're dropping Tribulation Ash by the dozens because they're an evil sect. So I could actually use this to get like a lot of Tribulation Ash. So this is like a stack of 17. So there's 17 refinements that I could do. So I do want to actually get that. Then if I can remember where those dragon feces were, let's see. Dragon feces here, dragon feces there. Then I want to get the tough demon hide also. Tough demon hide, then pants. Where's it then shirt? Probably behind something. Oh, it's right here. And then let's just search up for some more tribulation areas. So this is a stack of 7, so I think I do want to pick up this. That's 7 expected refinements. Maybe I'll have to wait for more tribulation areas to be generated. Nope. Okay, so now it's time to come here to get what I really wanted, which was the Origin Force None for my cultivator. And then I'll also collect all of these law manuals and things like that, since I have enough cultivators. That's the benefit of having a big formation, is like you just have a lot of cultivators collect things. So boar meat. I also got a lot of soul pearls. There's some artifacts that I could collect and things like that. I'm just a kid at a candy store at this point. Of course we got the Foreman pills, but yeah, let's just get all of these origin forces. I really only care about the non-elemental ones because I can make the other ones pretty easily. But for the non-elemental ones, you have to feed them to whatever is counteractive to the spirit root, whatever is counteractive to it. So that's kind of annoying because that will make my spirit roots cursed. I'm not really looking to make cursed spirit roots right now. And besides that, they also have Wicked Flux and all the other cool stuff. I see Mile 5. Okay, our inventories are pretty full. Thank you guys. I really enjoyed that fight. And I'll see you guys around. Oh yeah, don't forget to give me my tribute. So I was able to get those origin forces from them, and now I can also trade them if I need more. And again, I unlocked their Sect Wonder, but I would need to steal their Sect Wonder to get the main item that I need for it. So now with that being said, I'm able to trade them and get some more origin force if I want it. I think I got 5, so I just would need to get 2 more because the maximum that you can use is 7. So I'll just get these 2. Here, take these items. And I can just, buy beast blood from them. I can get they're really useful. They have soul pros and all that other good stuff. These are honestly overpriced, but I'm rich. So does it matter? Huh? Barely. But I just don't need soul pros right now. So I guess I'll move forward with showing you guys how I was still from Mount Kunlun and how I was still from Mystuc Unity Sect while preparing for Nimbus Disciples. So I'm just going to send in one of my demigods to show you guys that I don't need to conquer them because I already have the Empase fruit. So that would just be too much work. So let's see. At Mount Kunlun, there is actually an Empase fruit and an Insight fruit right here. So if I was to steal from here, it would be a similar situation to Mount 100 Incense. Honestly, for Mount Kunlun, I typically just go in here and then pick it up and then just try my best to run out and get out safely. For the most part, like if I have really good movement speed, like just 2 movement speed is just not enough. But if I have like better movement speed, then you could literally just pick this up, and if you're a primordial spirit with high movement speed, or kind of wait for the item to disappear and then just leave the area. And you can leave Mount Kunlun once you get to like around this field, so it's not even that far of a walk. And then for the Insight fruit, which is over here, is a similar thing. And then you can also steal items from this treasure room. And this place has like a lot of holy stones, so this is 60 holy stones just here that you can steal, which is pretty easy if you have a high movement speed. And then this also has like law manuals they can get, and this is honestly like one of my favorite places to steal from, just because of all the items that it has. And then besides that, there's a secret pathway, which is this lamp post right here, and then is, I believe, this ice grass right here. So you click on the lamp post. Okay, so it's not that one, so maybe it's this one right here. So you click on the lamppost and then you click on the ice grass, then you can just go through the walls. So that makes stealing like way easier because you go from here whenever this area clears out, and then you just go to the lamppost and you go to this ice grass, and you can just get out with the items. And just be careful that you pretty much leave like while you're here. But if you want, you could try to get this ultra essence and wait for these guys to leave with also the ultra essence. And sometimes when I'm greedy, I'll go for that too. But yeah, that's pretty much how I would get the imposite fruit from Skydome Palace, and that's how I would also steal from Skydome Palace. And I would probably go for the eternity pills and definitely the holy stone that they have, because even in Tribulation 9 they have like, I believe, 16 holy stone blocks or holy stones, which are just amazing to get. Or maybe it's 20, I don't know, I just know it's a lot. And then positive fruit is like really important for reducing attainment. And now let's go to Mount Tiger Paw so that I can show you guys how I steal the Heaven's Breath. And I feed my spirit roots the Heaven's Breath while they're cursed to make impositive fruit. So this is pretty much my full process for building out a Nimbus Disciple early game. So pretty much I have it set up so that the only thing I'm really lacking is the Fortune Dew and the Primeval Flesh. So whenever these disciples leave the area, you just have to wait a little bit. It's pretty easy. You can just loot all of these items, and then the secret pathway here is very easy. It's in the middle of this object right here, this building, and then you just click like right here. It was like kind of at like the top right. So you just start on the middle tile, and then you just click over here, and your disciple will just fly over, as you can see right here. And then you just leave the sect by being right here. So this is a really easy place to steal from. And then they also have these Fortuitous treasure items, which you can give your outer disciple some boost. And I already stole from this sect earlier in this gameplay, but there's also Phoenix Wood and some other cool items that you can get. And then on the other side, you can get law manuals, you can get farming pills, gnarled vines. So this is where I would get the items for my cultivation already early game. I would for my Nimbus breakthrough is I would get these gnarled vines, and then they also have Phoenix Wood on this other side. So I would get the gnarled vines and the Phoenix Wood, and also we'll also get these these manuals to get inspiration. So yeah, it's the same setup. It's pretty much symmetrical as the secret pathway. And then if you don't want to cheat and use the secret pathway, of course you can just wait until this area starts to clear out, and then just zoom out of here and, you know, leave the sect with the items that you've stolen. But again, you just have to hide, pick up the items, and then go to either side and then steal that way. So now we'll go to Skydome Palace, and I'll show you guys how I get the spirit seed early game. And again, all of these are documented, and I have many videos on me doing these steals while early game. But sadly, I'm at a part where I'm late game and I don't need to steal these items, so I can't really, or I'm just too lazy to even want to show you guys. So now I have 3 sects dominated, and I did it for a good cause. So now that I'm at Skydome Palace, I can show you guys how I steal the spirit seeds. So in Skydome Palace, there are fortune seeds and then spirit seeds, and then some other cool items I can get. There's sage fruit, but I mainly just go for the 2 spirit seeds, and then the Phoenix Wood and the holy stone blocks. And then sometimes I'll go for and then the Lumina Core too, because that's a nice stack of Lumina Core. And then if I cannot, go for the manuals. So the leisure station in Skydome Palace is around here, so all of the elders will begin to be like around here. So you kind of just want this area to be clear. And then there's a secret pathway here, but it's super tricky, so you have to start off at this lamppost and then click on this pine tree right here. And if you have enough fly speed and you get the correct path, which is like a straight line path, then your disciple will actually fly over here. So this one actually takes a lot of like tries and a lot of movement speed, but if you can do this correctly, then you can pick up the spirit seed and then go there. And then there's also that same path if you click on, I think, this pear tree right here, but it's in summer and all these trees are grown, so it kind of looks different for me. But if you have fast enough adventure fly speed and you click on this lamppost and go to this pine tree, then you could definitely steal from them. So this line right here needs to be like a straight line for you to be able to do the fly. Did you see that? Yeah, so as you saw, like, it was a straight diagonal line going through the lamppost, so now my disciple is flying, and I can just path out of there after I pick up the item. So this one takes a little bit extra tries, but if you get it right, then you're golden. So let me try to replicate that again. So I just want to stop my game as soon as I select that I want to go there. So I'm just going to keep trying again and again and again. So that's not the path. That's not it either. Nope. Click on this pine tree. So this is kind of similar, but it's a right angle, but you want the one that's just pretty much perfectly slanted. And I think this is it right here because it's kind of slanted. No, that's not it. That's the right angle. Yeah, that's also the right angle. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, so this is the one right here. So as you can see, it's slanted and it's going through the lamppost, I believe. So this should be the one that makes you fly. And as you can see, my disciple now flew over the walls. So that would make it super easy if you were to nag these items to get out of there before this disciple will see you. But besides that, you can actually steal from Skydome Palace pretty easily, legit. Just let your game run, and again, these elders will start to move to the leisure station. And then once they leave here, and of course you have to be hidden, and once you get the gray eye, you can just pick up the item. And as you can see, on the path out, the coast is pretty clear. You really just have to worry about these rooms right here and make sure there's really no elders. So typically I'll just wait until like this set of area is clear, and then same with this area. Then I'll just go down here and then just path my way out through this side door right here. And of course this needs to not have an elder, but because this has an elder, I will probably actually path my way down here towards these rocks. And then once you're near these rocks, you can leave the sect. And again, I have many videos on me stealing from Skydome Palace as well. So that's how I would get the spirit seed to reduce attainment. And I think I pretty much covered every item that I would use to reduce attainment. And then besides that, I did forget to check the sects to see if any of them had any fortune due too. So let me go back into Skydome Palace just to check and see if they have fortune due. Because I'm telling you, like, I've seen some of these NPCs have fortune due in their inventory, and I never capitalized off of it. So I definitely want to double check that. So let's see. If I go to neutral characters, just going to go down the list and just looking at the item section to see if they have that fortune due. Some of them even have dragon feces, like a lot of them have dragon feces. That's like 5 disciples with dragon feces. The cat soul gem is very common as well. What was that, like 6 dragon feces? Okay, so there's no fortune due in this sect. I guess I'll just check Pit of Doom last, or maybe Wudang. Wudang seems to be like a typically like rich sect, so I'll check those two, Pit of Doom and Wudang, and then move forward with showing you guys how I actually like reduce attainment. However, we are approaching an hour and 30 minutes. I don't want this video to be too long, even though I guess it would have to be necessary for me to just have all of this information in one video, basically. So now that I'm pinned to Doom, I want to check these disciples for their equips too. Neutral characters, I guess. This guy has a Divine Jade. Okay. Again, if you're really trying hard, you want to check all of these disciples. Let's see, nothing. That's some sour pill. Interesting. No fortune due. This is pretty typical though, like for the most part you will not be able to get the fortune due unless you get really lucky, or unlock the auction and possibly buy it for a very overpriced cost. So let's do one last check and see if it's in Wudang. Let's see. No, Fortune do. I'm not even unlucky, I'm just not lucky, because if I were to encounter a mortal with a Fortune do, that would be crazy. This guy has a Primeval Soul Gem, which is pretty good. I would probably kill them if I was early game, just to get an extra 2,500. Prism Lotus on this guy. Again, Cat Soul Gem again. I feel like the Cat Soul Gem and the Dragon Feces are the ones that I just see the most. Alright, so now that I'm done looking for the Fortune do, I think I pretty much showed you guys how I would search for, find, and acquire all of the items. I mean, I didn't show you guys how it was still, but this in my other videos. So if you guys want to see that, you might want to go back to my other videos where I have them like titled as like stealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I literally have videos where I'm stealing for like 3 to 5 hours in a row. So all of my disciples are back, so I'm assuming all of the items that I had prepared for my Nimbus guy are in the sect. So I'm going to save scum. This is very important when you have a Nimbus disciple. Once you collect all those items, you want to make a save scum and then save your game so that you can continuously try different things and then practice. So 372, 362, reduce attainment on Nimbus, I guess. So I'm gonna, it's actually getting pretty late right now, it's 3 a.m. so I'm gonna do this very lazily and then just try to like kind of give you guys a rough explanation of how I would do my Nimbus cultivator setup. So after I collect all of my items and I have my Nimbus cultivator at Primeval Spirit, and by the way, I have gotten to the point where I've had a Nimbus disciple ready for battle like really early, and that's why I wanted to show you guys that you can steal from those areas and then have a really strong early Nimbus disciple. And maybe I'll pull up my Nimbus disciple from my other save and show you guys what that looks like later. Anyways, back to the point. The first thing I typically do is I keep this menu open, right? And then I go to the Impose fruit because this will reduce attainment by 64. So as you can see, these both will go down by 34. And now it's really important when you're using a Nimbus disciple, you want to keep that menu open. So I have the manual pavilion open, but I don't have my menu open, so that's my first mistake. I don't know how many times like I have to tell people to do this, but they just really don't listen when I do this, so that's why I'm reiterating it over and over again. Keep this menu open when you're doing stuff. So Meticulous, let's just search Attainment in the manual pavilion. Meticulous Revisions, this is the one that reduces attainment by 10. And you can be more frivolous with using inspiration on Nimbus disciples, because Nimbus disciples, they have split attainment costs based on their attainment for each different side. So like if I'm learning a Yin manual, then it would be based on my Yin attainment. If I'm learning a Yang manual, then the cost would be based on my Yang attainment. So Nimbus disciples just don't have to spend as much attainment as other disciples, and they're non-cultivators, so it's even further reduced. Can I click on my disciples? I need to kill these annoying boars. Okay, so now that that's happening, they're going to the manual pavilion, and as you saw, they just lost some attainment, which is perfect. And now there's also that level 2 manual that they have access to once you've had pure Yang positivity and Flow Chant. So as you can see, I can't learn this right now, so I need to go in the manual pavilion and also learn pure Yang positivity to reduce my attainment by 49. So let's see, where's she at? So Flow Chant actually increases Yin Attainment. So let's see. Flow Chant costs 8 attainment and it costs Yin Attainment. So let me just double check. Where's Flow Chant at? I'm sorry, not Flow Chant, Supreme Yin Flow. So this one costed me 6 attainment, but it's a water skill, so it actually costed me 12 Yin Attainment. And then this is reducing my attainment by 49. So but I have to learn that manual that's increasing my Yin attainment by 12. So this is actually effectively a reduction in 37 attainment. So that's pretty much how you had to figure it out for the math. But this is going to reduce by 49 overall. But just know that I'm not benefiting as much as I would. So let's see. Now that I have that other manual, I can now learn this manual to reduce my attainment by even more. So now they're at 45 Yin attainment and their mental state went back down. So now I just need to continue to do everything else that I can to reduce attainment, which is consume divine bones. So I have 6 divine bones right now, and it has a medical resistance of 20. So I pretty much just want to pop the divine bones. And let's just see. They heal 1 million chi, so you just need to have a certain amount of chi to eat them. But I think my disciples should be good in terms of that. But I'll do it at a slower speed, just so that I don't make a mistake and kill my disciple. So they're eating the divine bones, and again, just staying true to watching this. And as you can see, now I'm at -1 Yin attainment, right? So now that I know that I can at least have my Yin attainment to be at a negative, now I'm at pure Yang, right? So now my artifact mastery has been increased to have a cap of 75 now. So I need to also think about the other ways that I have to reduce attainment. So I do have the Origin Force, and then I have the Heavenshrouding Talisman, and then I wish I had the Fortune Dew, but I don't. And I wish I had the Robes of Flow, but I also don't have those right here. Then I have the Spirit Seed, which I can equip. So that means that the Spirit Seed reduces attainment by 25, so that means I'll get 12 points for that. So this is like how you need to be thinking about it. So I'll be getting 12 points for that, and then besides that, the Origin Force will reduce my attainment by 100, so I can get 50 points of attainment from that. So that's a total of like 60 attainment. And then if I'm lucky to find the Fortune Dew, then that would be 40, because it reduces attainment by 81. So that would be like 100 attainment worth of things that I could learn, right? But I mean, I probably won't get 100 from the Origin Force, so it's probably like a little bit less. So I would say like 80 attainment just to be safe. So this is where things start to get tricky. So I will admit that I did kind of overload this disciple in the pursuit of increasing their stats. So they have really high max chi, but I probably should have went and skipped out on some of these other manuals that aren't fire and wood, if I'm being honest, because there's also so many other manuals that I would want to learn that increases their Yin attainment, and I'm not confident that I could do it even with all the resources that I need. So like I would want to build this guy like a pillar, right? So I would want all of these manuals right here that increase the artifact power bonus. So even this like increases Yin attainment. There's a water manual right here, but I wouldn't want this manual. But just looking through, like, and just think about all the manuals that I know that I will want on this disciple, I'm not sure that I could actually learn all of these and stay in pure Yang. Especially the Match Chi ones. So we'll go to Match Chi Plus. There's a couple of ones that I may be reluctant to learn. So this will give me 18 Yin Attainment. So that would be pretty bad. But that's a lot of Match Chi. So let's just move forward with showing you guys the protect trick. So the first thing I would do is the protect trick. So right now this guy has 9 out of 27 protect, and that's because I am pure Yang. However, if I move them to greater Yang, then their protect will be reduced by 15, and thus drastically reduce the amount that I need to the amount of attainment that I need to increase their protect. So if I get a Heavenshrouding Talisman, let's see, and then I equip it on this guy, then it's going to increase their Yin and Yang Talisman. Oh, I can also do a Attainment Tribulations if I get strong enough. So now they're lesser Yang. And let's go to the Law of Nimbus Conquest wiki page. Let's see. So I'm in the Law of Nimbus Conquest wiki page, and as you can see, I want to be at greater Yang actually, which will reduce my protect by 15. So maybe that was a little bit too much attainment. So I don't want to use this Heavenshrouding Talisman. I actually want to probably make a tier 6 one. So let's go to Sacred Talisman and then have this guy craft a Heavenshrouding Talisman. So I'm going to craft this, stop their meditation. Wow, they're nowhere near being a demigod. So I have this tier 6 Heavenshrouding Talisman, which hopefully will get me to greater Yang. So let's see, where's my disciple Lady Cloud? Yep. Where am I at? Still at lesser Yang, huh? Let's see, maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. No, I'm not. So my Yin went to 74 and my Yang went to 91. So for me to do this, I need to have way more Yang attainment. So I need to have over 60% Yang attainment. So let me first start by just learning the Yang manuals, since I will want those anyways. So let's see. Again, I just have a lot of inspiration, so I'm not too worried about it, but Nimbus cultivators, they just have really low inspiration cost. So when I'm doing a Nimbus cultivator, I would just firstly go for the fire and wood manuals, and then just search up all of the relevant stats that I care about. So Match Chi bonus, these are all fire and wood, so they will only increase my Yang attainment. And then artifact power. These are unorthodox, so I don't think I want to go with these just yet. So I want these artifact power bonus manuals. And then this one right here, of course, which reduces artifact Match Chi. This increases artifact power and cultivation speed. So these are all good to have. Then I saved my game, so if I mess up, then I mess up. And again, while you're learning on a Nimbus disciple, you want this up. You want to watch it change. So you can see only my Yang attainment is going up as I'm learning these skills. And my attainment is at -2, so these skills don't even cost that much. So now I'm at 70. So let's see what will happen. Okay, so now I'm at greater Yang because now my Yang and Yin were increased, but now I'm at greater than 60%. So now that I'm at greater Yang, right, my protect level is at 7, so that means I can increase my protect by with the cheaper attainment cost. So let me show you guys what that looks like. So if I go to my equips and then I turn off this Heavenshrouding Talisman, go back to pure Yang, my protect is now at 9, and now it's at 7. So that's pretty much what you want to do with that. But ideally your protect would even be less than that, so I'm just trying to think about why this guy has 7 protect. I guess because I have all these manuals that increase protect, right? But ideally that my protect would be at like -5, because I just don't want to spend this much attainment to even increase it to this level. But right now, I mean, it's at 9 out of 27. And it was at 7 out of 12. So let's just increase this. Oh, so it still is in the negative values. So, but it's just showing as positive, but I'm able to continuously increase this without increasing it. And it's costing 2 attainment each. But typically when I have a Nimbus Disciple, it costs 1 attainment each. So I'll have to do some more research on, like, maybe I probably shouldn't use that many thought charts for increasing protect to reduce the attainment cost. So now that I'm in the positives, I still costing 2 attainment, right? So if I go back to, I still have 1 more protect level, so this costs 3, right? But if I go back to pure, if I go back to greater Yang, I guess, or pure Yang, let's see, I think I just increased my attainment like by way too much. So how much attainment would I be at now if I unequip this? So I'm at 34 Yin attainment already just from maxing out my protect. So I can't really show you guys right now, but basically things are just cheaper with this setup. While you're in greater Yang, it's just cheaper to max out protect. And I'll show you guys that once I get back to pure Yang. So I'm going to turn this off, and now I'm still in greater Yang again because my attainment is back to being high. And it's at 37. So now what I want to do is save scum the origin forces, and then, but I don't think I need to do that. So I'm now in this situation where I need to use the Heavenshrouding Talisman if I want to keep my bonus, and the Spirit Seed. So let's search out for the Heavenshrouding Talisman. I cannot spell. I'm trying to spell at 3 AM. So I will equip the Heavenshrouding Talisman, and then I also had that Panda Demon Jade, which is a mod item that reduces attainment by like 15. And now I'm at 5. And then what else can I have? The Spirit Seed. Let's see, this guy has a Spirit Seed equipped for sure. Do I need to dominate the sect? Say it isn't so. I really don't want to dominate the sect, so I won't do that. So let me just unequip the Spirit Seed for a little bit. So this is a Spirit Seed. I have already equipped this. So now that I'm back in pure Yang, you can now see that I have 27 protect, right? But if I wanted to further increase it at this stage, because it's at level 27, then the attainment cost would be way more. So that's pretty much the trick that you would use to get the most protect level without using enough, without using a lot of attainment. And even that was a lot for me, because usually I do it for like 1 attainment each, but my protect started at 7, so that's just something that you want to avoid. So besides that, I can probably refine an origin force too, but I mean, I don't know why I keep calling it origin force, but it's just called an origin. Let's see, where are the origin nuns? Am I still waiting for my disciples to come back? Okay, they're over here. I'm like, okay, so this is when things get annoying. So pretty much I would have to refine these origin nuns, right? But my disciple needs to have 300 attainment, so I don't even know if I can do that. So let's see. So I'm gonna name this like S and then origin 1. Very long name, but it's whatever. So let's see. To even refine that origin first, you need to have 300 base attainment. So I can't even try to do this right now. But with the origin force consider, I believe that I can at least get up to like 30 Yin Attainment, but no. And then besides that, because I'm in Supreme Yang now, I don't have my artifact mastery bonus too, so I do want to also max out this too. So this is where things start to get like really expensive, and pretty much why it probably was a bad idea for me to just go for the maximum golden core by learning all of these like water manuals, because I could have done without this, I could have done without this, and I could have done without this. So I mean, and then these earth manuals too, they're also increasing my attainment, and these other manuals. So yeah, that's pretty much how I would build a Nimbus Disciple, but right now it just doesn't look hopeful, because I'm just thinking like, how would I increase my artifact mastery by, what's this, 17 points? What's 33 minus 14? 19. So how would I increase my artifact mastery by 19 points without severely increasing my Yin Attainment? It just wouldn't happen, because if I just get this, then this will increase my Yin Attainment by 3, right? So it's going to go from 5 to 8, and this will go from 76 to 79, right? So I would have to refine the origin force, because that's the only other thing that I don't have. So let's see, if I had the origin forces, I would say I can get like -50. If I had the Fortune do, I can probably get like, that's -40, right? So then that's 90 attainment. But I mean, just this alone, if it's costing like 3, 4, 5, that might just cost 90 attainment in itself. And then there's still a lot of other manuals that I need to learn. Let's see, I believe that they can consume some more divine bones though. So let's check their health. Yeah, their divine bones is only at 73%. So let's see. Let me just go and buy all of the divine bones to see what that looks like. 35,000. I don't really have time to care. I think at this point I'm just gonna have to save scum. So let's have this guy eat some divine bones. I'll just eat 7 more. So now I see I definitely messed up by doubling up on my protect costs. Let's see, I'm like, okay, I'm at -5 attainment. There's some hope. So now I'm back to pure Yang. I actually want to, let me do some research to see if there's a way that I can reduce my artifact level. Yeah, I can't reduce my artifact mastery cap level. But I guess I could if I was a sub-spirited. But as you can see, now that I'm in pure Yang, these things cost 12 attainment each. So you always want to be able to go back to the other side to reduce the cost of the things. Then this guy also has formation level that they would need. So I don't know, there's just a lot of things to consider. But again, I would get 12 from the Spirit Seed. About like, if I was really trying to min max, then I would definitely find a way to get a Fortune Dew. So that would be about what? 50 from Origin Force, 40 from the Fortune Dew, and then 12 from the from the Spirit Seed, because it reduces by 25. So it'd be like 100. So maybe I could get there, but I don't know. There's still so many manuals that I don't have. Let's see. What other manuals don't I have? Let's just search artifact power. Yeah, so all of these metal art manuals, which increase artifact power, are also very important. But yeah, I mean, while at Pure Yang, my disciple has an artifact power bonus of 18,000%, and they have artifact mastery at 57 out of 75. So, I mean, it's pretty good. I can't really complain about it, but I definitely feel like I did less planning on that. So I'm gonna save scum the origin forces, but I can't even do that right now. So I might show you guys what that looks like later, but right now I'm just losing my willpower, honestly. So let's see. If I go, I wanted to show you guys how much match chi this guy can get up to though. So let's just learn all of these manuals that increase match chi. Just without a care. So we're at 3 million. Now we're at 4 million. Now they're at 4.1 million match chi. Trying to see, are there any other things I can get for match chi? So I just love this disciple because it has so much chi, but even though chi isn't like the main thing. So then if I also expect to refine these sun pills, once I find them, let's see, can I find the sun pills? Or will I have to search for them? They may be in the other area. Nope, they're right here. I have to do tile refinements. So I'm going to refine these sun pills and also consume those to show you guys even further how much chi that this cultivator can get. Let's see, generation 2 turtle. Do you have tile refinement? Yes, you do. I definitely remember getting that on them. Oh, Ma 1, you're not refining anything? Go do something. This is the one that I refined only 4 times by mistake, I believe. Nope. Okay, I'm not worried about that right now. So I'm going to eat these sun pills. And now, as you can see, we're at 6 million MS chi. And then I can even further increase their chi with even more sun pills. So this is the one that I only refined 3 times. Oh, wrong skill. Lady Cloud, eat that. And then I also have a spirit contract that I can equip, which is tier 12. So now we're at 6.1 million match chi. So yeah, I mean, we're at 6.1 million match chi on a cultivator that's not a pre-GC sun pill cultivator, so that's pretty nice. And I just wanted to show you guys that. So this is my vision, just to have like a really strong Nimbus Disciple, but now I'm seeing that leveling that protect actually messed me up pretty bad. So I think that I just need to, for the future, I just need to make sure that I don't take those protect thought shards and just rely on sub spirits for protect if I need to. So let me just see. Yeah, so this increased protect by 2. And then there was something else that I had that increased protect. I don't even remember what it was, honestly. But long story short, this disciple should not have started with like 7 protect. Ideally, you want them to have less than 1 protect once you go to, or like 0 protect once you go into greater or lesser Yang, right? So that's pretty much everything that I want to show you guys in terms of like leveling up the Nimbus Disciple and reducing their